So now it's a testing time. Let's compile this program. Okay, so it should build properly because I have already tested this. Okay, it is building now, and here you can see that the binary is created. Now let's transfer this binary to here. Okay, I just transferred. Now what I do is I will just give a executable permission for that file. Alright, so this is my common cathode LED, okay, a 7-segment LED, and as you can see it has 10 pins. Okay, so I'll just connect this okay, on my small breadboard here. Okay, and to make sure that okay it is connected in such a way that okay the DP, the decimal point, is actually facing on your side. Okay, so like this. So now let me quickly do the wiring with my Beaglebone black hardware. Okay, then we will test our application. All right, so I just did a connection here. Okay, I didn't do a full connection. Okay, I just connected 3 wires here. Okay, so the first wire is actually this one. Okay, which is actually connected to ground. Okay, so this is actually the 3rd pin of 7-segment display, which I need to connect to a common ground. Okay, so this is a ground wire, and then I have connected 2 wires to 2 different segments. Okay, so here it is. So what I did is I connected okay P87, okay, this P87, okay, to the 6th pin of the 7-segment display. Okay, so that is this one, and I connected P87 okay of the Beaglebone hardware to the 7th pin of the 7-segment display. So I just did only 2 connections. So now we know that P87 is actually GPIO 66. Okay, so now let's get into GPIO 66. So let me log into my Beaglebone. Okay, so let's get into GPIO 66. Let me go to first this class GPIO, okay, and go to GPIO 66. Okay, so now let me see what exactly there in the direction file. Okay, so it is actually in, so let me do out. Okay, let me do out. Okay, so now it is out. Okay, you can check that. Okay, so now let me pass echo 1 to the file value. Okay, and you can see that the segment A is glowing. Okay, so that means I am able to drive the GPIO 66, which is connected to segment A, okay, properly. Okay, you can use even echo 0 value, and you can see that it is turning off. Okay, so in the video you may not be see accurately because the intensity of the segment is very high. Okay, so probably put a resistor to decrease the intensity, or maybe the potentiometer. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now that means our segment is working. So now let's test for GPIO 67. Okay, so before testing, check the direction first. Okay, it has to be out. If it is not out, then you have to make it out. Okay, so then let's do echo 1 value, and you can see that both the segments are now on. Great, so that means our GPIO 66 and 67 are actually properly, they are driving our segments. Okay, all right, so now let's do rest of the connection and see whether our up counting and down counting works or not. Okay, all right, so now I just completed the connection. Okay, according to this table here. Okay, so now let's execute our program. Okay, so let me execute first, okay, our application with the argument up. That means up counting, and after that delay of 500 milliseconds between each counting. Okay, so now let's hit enter, and here you can see that our 7 segment LED is actually displaying up counting. So you can even decrease the delay. Okay, just make it, I mean, you can change the delay. So let's make it 100 milliseconds, and you will see that it is counting very fast. So similarly, you can try down counting. Just type down here and let's give some delay, let's say 250 milliseconds. Hit enter and you can see the down counting. Alright, so that's about the down counting. Okay, alright, so that's the end of this lecture, and try this application on your setup, okay, if you have 7 segment display, and let me know if you have any question. Okay, and if you find any errors or mistakes in the application, okay, so please let me know so that I can correct them. Okay, so in the next lecture what we'll do is we'll interface a 4-digit 7 segment display. Okay, and we will repeat the up counting, down counting, etc. on the 4-digit 7 segment display. Okay, so this is the application, okay, which I'm going to explain in the next lecture. Okay, so I'll see you in the next lecture.